and gentlemen, and welcome to the Club Deluxe. We just trucked in the hooch from Canada last night. It's very fresh, so drink up. We're going to get the evening rolling with a song that is taking the country by storm. If you aren't dancing yet, this next number will get you to kick up your heels. Baby face, you got the cutest little baby face. There's no one else could ever take your place. Baby face. You should have started something, baby face. I'm up in heaven when I'm in your warm embrace. I didn't need a shove, 'cause I just fell in love with your pretty baby face. Baby face, you got the cutest little baby face. There is no one that could take your place. Baby face.
Thank you everyone for taking time out of your busy day to join us this evening. I'm so excited to kick off Nova's Annual Auction and Gala, an evening in the Roaring 20s, virtual edition. I'm your MC for the evening. My name is Drew Perlman. I am the General Manager at O'Neill Nissan, but more importantly, I'm a friend and supporter of Nova. Before we get started, I have some housekeeping technical things to go over with everyone. You may need to maximize your screen for better viewing. We'll be sending messages throughout the evening, so keep an eye in the chat drop-down bar. Teresa, my virtual co-MC, will be available throughout the entire evening to provide technical support. Hit the hand icon to raise your hand, and when Teresa sees that your hand is raised, she'll send you a message. You can also send a question throughout the evening in that same chat drop-down bar. If you're having audio issues, make sure that you have your audio preferences selected properly. If you're wearing headphones, especially, make sure you click on the headphone icon. All right. You can also, if you're having any other type of experiences, glitching and seeing my hands maybe wave too much, you can log back out and log back in, but my hands will probably keep waving. I apologize about that. So this program is also being recorded, and it'll be available for viewing pleasure at any time after the evening is done. So now that that's out of the way, let's talk about bidding. All right. You can bid at nova.givesmart.com. We have over 200 unique and amazing items, something for everyone. Caribbean vacations, unique dining experiences, gift baskets, which are my personal favorite just because I can't say it. I know for sure I can't wrap it. It's the worst. I can't wrap anything. And it's the best for the holidays. So this way I'm going to buy a bunch of those and put them right under the tree. Speaking of the holidays, now's the perfect time to get your holiday shopping done, all while supporting victims of sexual assault and other crimes in Bucks County. Let's get the night started with a little dance lesson. I'd like to introduce Sasha Newberg of Swing Cat Entertainment, who's going to teach us the Charleston.
My name is Sasha. I'm going to try and step you through some of the dance fads of the 1920s for this evening. The first thing that I want to remind people is that Charleston is a dance from the 20s, but it actually started back in the early teens, and it grew out of the American vernacular jazz dance base, which is a dance relative to American jazz music. And the dance, the Charleston, actually came before the song, which was written by James P. Johnson in 1923. So I'm going to teach you the basic, and we're going to dance the Charleston to the Charleston. And then I'll come back and teach you some ways to embellish the basic. But once you have that basic down, you can use it anytime, anywhere, because it's a simple, easy step. So we're going to start with our weight planted evenly, and we're just going to pulse a little bit because jazz music has a heartbeat and it pulses. It comes up off the floor a little bit. It's not smooth like ballroom. You're not gliding. You are pulsing because you are breathing with the heartbeat of that music. So we're just going to pulse 2, 3, 4 and get our knees and arms a little loose. And if this is the first activity that you've done for the day, it's a great warm-up, right? Now, we're going to take that pulse and I'm going to weight a little bit towards my left. And I am going to start not by stepping, but by tapping with my right foot. So from the side it looks like this. I'm going to pulse 2, 3, 4 and tap, right? So Charleston's a lot like a walking dance where you're walking right, left, but instead of putting the weight all the way down on that right foot, you're tapping a little bit. So here we go. We're just going to tap forward and step back to that left foot. So here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Again, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time, because 3 times is a charm. 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 1, 2, step 3, 4. Now that you haven't learned to weight that foot like you're walking forward, we're going to take it back to the left. But I'm going to turn this way so you can see my body. So we're going to go to the front with the right first. We're going to the left and back second. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. You have have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's do that again. 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. 2, 3, 4. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you might have noticed me swinging my arms in opposition. Opposition is when your right hand is connected to your left foot, or vice versa. So in this case, I automatically transpose myself. My left hand is connected to my right foot. And as I step forward with that left, the right hand is connected to the left foot. So we're just going to walk across like this. Walk, 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 walk. Hey, you're doing another Charleston step. Sneaky fun fact. So you're going to connect those hands to the feet. As I'm tapping with the right, I'm going to bring the left forward. And then when I step, my hands come into neutral. And as I tap back, my right hand comes forward because I wouldn't take it back to match. So from the side, it looks like this. 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. You could bring it back to match. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to face the other way for funsies. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. You have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now I'm going to turn on some music and we're going to dance the Charleston basic to the Charleston. 5, 5, arms raised. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 2, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Even if you keep the hands pulsing at your side, it still looks better than having dead hands. Unless you're holding a martini. In which case then you can hold your hands up straight. Okay, from looks like this. Other side. So you might have noticed that I can kind of pivot around as I change my weight. If you can try that at home, you should do it too.
Thank you so much, Sasha, for teaching us how to do the Charleston. Hope everybody at home enjoyed learning to do the Charleston as well. I can't wait to get home and show my wife my new dance moves. Well, both left feet anyway. Speaking of teaching, we're going to test your knowledge about NOVA's programs and services with a few interactive polls throughout the evening. The first poll we have is about NOVA's prevention education programs. On average, how many children, youth, and adolescents do NOVA's educators provide programs to each year? Is it 20,975, 18,500, 26,325, or 15,250? You can cast your answers by clicking on your selection. While we wait for everyone to make their selection, I'm going to tell you a little bit about NOVA's prevention education programs. Building on more than 36 years as a prevention practitioner, NOVA's prevention programs provide innovative, supportive, and age-appropriate learning experiences. NOVA prevention programs are designed to promote critical thinking skills, respectful interpersonal boundaries, and healthy relationships. Now more than ever, prevention programming is an essential social and emotional component for students. NOVA is proud to be able to meet the need for programming during this unconventional learning time by offering both virtual and in-person programs in schools and the community. Together, we are building a safer community with programs such as personal safety, cyberbullying, bully-free, internet safety, and healthy relationships. So it looks like the results are back in. If you guessed 26,325, you were right. Thank you everyone for playing along. We have a few more poll questions throughout the evening, so stay tuned. It's going to be the bee's knees. Next up, we have Nova's Executive Director, Penny Ettinger.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Drew, for your kind words. Thank you all for joining us for this signature fundraiser. We wish we were all together mingling and dancing. We have a great hour ahead. Hopefully, you have your favorite libation and are energized by that Charleston. You're in for a fantastic hour. You will have the opportunity to continue bidding on those silent auction items, listen to a globally recognized advocate, hear how our clients feel about Nova, donate to Nova's special appeal, and finish the evening enjoying a rollicking video of two young women who find themselves back in the 1920s. Before we move, I would like to raise a toast to those who have made this evening possible, to our fabulous auction committee who have donated remarkable hours. Little did they know 18 months ago when they chose the theme, the Roaring 20s, that 2020 would come roaring in and turn all of our lives upside down. To our corporate sponsors, EC Fence and Ironworks, our presenting sponsor, and nearly 9 years of supporting Nova. And to our Foxtrot sponsors, Parks Casino and Penn Community Bank, who also have been longtime sponsors of Nova. To the many local businesses and individuals who purchased advertisements or donated items for the silent auction, we are so appreciative. Please take time to check out the program book for a complete list. My special thanks to Jill Mann, our special events coordinator, who put together an entire live auction and event and then transitioned it to a virtual event. It's not an easy task. So our hats off to you, Jill, and to Angela McGettigan, our extraordinary development director, and the team behind the scenes. And to you for joining us this evening and continuing to support Nova. Salud, gambe, and cheers to you all. The Roaring 20s was a time of dramatic social change, including the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote, the beginning of the Jazz Age, mass production of the automobile, and a new sense of social liberation. Of course, with the advancement comes unintended consequences. Due in part to prohibition, an increase in organized crime brought with it bootlegging, drugs, robberies, assaults, and sadly, a remarkable increase in sexual violence. Women, children, and men that were victims of heinous crimes. There was not a Nova back then. It wasn't until 1974 when Nova, then Women Organized Against Rape, was established. Now in our 46th year, Nova is here for any victim who reaches out to us for help in Bucks County, even during the pandemic. Sadly, there continues to be so many people who, in addition to dealing with the pandemic, are faced with becoming the victims of sexual abuse, human trafficking, robbery, homicides, and other serious crimes right here in our own community. While many businesses and services closed temporarily, Nova remained open. We are here and we are working to remain fiscally strong so that we can continue to be here well into the future. Yes, our staff has had to deliver services and change the way that they're doing business, but never have we wavered from our vision. A society free of violence, one that empowers individuals and promotes the respect of all people's privacy, diversity, and dignity. Was it easy for our staff? Absolutely not. Did it require enormous energy and time? Absolutely. Did the cost of transitioning services increase? Yes, indeed. But I am honored to tell you that throughout this period, every staff member and volunteer has remained thoroughly dedicated to our mission and the work. Indeed, as always, it is our staff members, our volunteers, and your investment in Nova that together will ensure that we can always be here for any child or adult who needs us. I hope you will enjoy this unique evening. Now, before I introduce tonight's guest speaker, I want to ask you to continue to bid on our great auction items and take the opportunity to donate to our special appeal. As you please know that every dollar that you spend and give, you are making a difference. Tonight, I have the extreme pleasure of introducing our guest speaker, Rachael Denhollander. Known internationally, Rachael was the first woman to pursue criminal charges and speak publicly against USA gymnastics team doctor Larry Nassar. As many as you know, Nassar was one of the most prolific sex abuser in recorded history. As a result of Rachael's activism, over 300 women, including numerous Olympic medalists, came forward as survivors of Nassar's abuse, eventually leading to his life imprisonment. Rachael has a grasp of legal issues, corporate ethics, and investigative practices, coupled with a traumatic, informed, deeply compassionate understanding of the realities facing survivors of sexual abuse and their path towards healing. Rachael is an attorney, educator, author, and advocate who is recognized as a leading voice on the topic of child sexual abuse. She is highly sought after as a media commentator, speaker, and consultant. We are truly privileged to have her with us this evening. Now here is Rachael Denhollander. Thank you.
Thank you. It is truly such a pleasure to be here with you. The work that NOVA does is work that is very precious to my heart because I understand the importance of having services and people that surround you and help empower you and build resilience. I know what it looks like when that support isn't there, and I also know the incredible healing that comes when it is. And I understand these things personally because I am a survivor of 2 different perpetrators. My first abuse began when I was around 7 years old in my local church, and I was very fortunate because there were adults in my church who were trained to recognize the warning signs of abuse, and they came to my parents and they said, I think we might have a problem. And my parents listened. And because of those adults, I was saved from further abuse. But at that time, I also experienced the opposite. Adults who were not trained to recognize the warning signs of abuse, who did not take the warning signs seriously, and who did not respect the boundaries that my parents put up. And by 8 years old, I was reeling from abuse that I didn't understand and reeling from having lost the vast majority of the community that surrounded me at that age. Because I couldn't prove my abuse, these adults believed that my parents were making accusations without foundation. And that set the stage for my abuse later on. When 15 years old, I walked into Larry Nassar's exam room. He was the team physician for our United States Olympic gymnastics team, and he also saw local club gymnasts. And at 15 years old, I became a statistic again when he began sexually assaulting me under the guise of medical treatment. And when that began, I doubted my instincts. I doubted my intuition because of what I had already experienced, the community betrayal I had experienced before. And this is really important. This is something I want you to understand as we talk about how NOVA empowers survivors. Adults who were trained to recognize the warning signs of my abuse saved me when I could not save myself at 7 years old. And adults who were not trained did incredible damage and set the stage for further abuse, even though they never intended to. And when I began to realize what Larry was doing, the lies that flooded my mind were just consuming. And it took 16 years of working through those lies and working towards healing and finding an avenue to be believed before I was able to speak up and an end was put to Larry's abuse. And often when I speak to groups, one of the questions I get asked the most is, what made you finally willing to speak up? And my answer often surprises people. The answer is nothing. There was nothing that happened that made me willing to speak up. I was always willing to speak up. But I did not have the empowerment to speak up. I did not have a safe place to disclose. I did not have people who would believe me. And this is really critical because we need to understand that we're starting with the wrong question. The issue is not survivors' willingness. The issue is us as a society empowering those survivors, helping them build the resilience, giving them the avenues to be able to disclose their abuse and the support to walk through the paths of justice. And this is where NOVA really shines. There are two main components of this that I would like to talk to you about this evening. The first is being able to heal. In order to empower a survivor to be able to disclose, they have to be able to heal. See, the lies that flood a survivor's mind, that flooded my mind after my abuse, were so loud and so overwhelming. It's your fault. How come you didn't realize what was going on? Why didn't you fight back harder? How could you not see? And then so often society and the community response when a victim discloses just compounds those lies so much further, and it drowns out the truth. Survivors need to hear the truth over and over again. They need to know how to process those memories. They need to know how to reorient their body to what is safe, how to handle basic neurologic things that result from trauma like flashbacks and nightmares and anxiety. And all of that takes a team of specialists and an integrated approach to healing in order to help build the empowerment and resilience in survivors. And because I didn't have that available, it took years for me to be able to sort through those lies and to be able to find the truth and hold to it. And the second thing survivors need in order to be able to build resilience and to disclose their abuse and pursue justice is someone who will believe them. At 17 years old, when I started realizing what Larry had been doing, I had nowhere to go. I didn't know how to navigate the court system. I didn't know who I could speak to who would believe what I was saying and trust that I really knew I had been abused. I felt completely powerless. And it took 16 years before I saw an in-depth investigation done by a newspaper, the Indianapolis Star, that cataloged how USA Gymnastics had been covering up the sexual abuse of coaches. And when I finally saw a team of journalists that understood the dynamics of abuse, that understood the importance of telling the truth, I immediately knew this is it. This is my chance. And I wrote to them and I spoke up. And that was the beginning of stopping Larry's abuse and starting a movement that's literally changed the world. But it started with me having someone who I could trust to believe the truth about what I was saying. And so many survivors don't have that. But again, that is where NOVA shines. And we need to pursue having these things for survivors with the same energy that we pursue finding physical healing for our children. I like to think of trauma and liken trauma to a physical injury because I think that helps us understand the importance of what a group like NOVA can offer. I want you to imagine with me for a minute that there's someone you know who's been in a catastrophic car accident. Say they have a broken pelvis and a spinal cord injury. Would you look at this precious child or this precious family member or friend in your life in a wheelchair, and would you wonder, what's the importance of a physical therapist? Why do we need a doctor for this anyway? Why are we pouring time and resources into training therapists? No, we don't treat physical injuries that way. You would look at this precious child, this friend, this family member, and you would understand the importance of having someone who is skilled to help heal that specific injury. You wouldn't question the value of it or whether or not it was worth your money. You would understand that someone who's trained to heal that injury is absolutely vital to that person or that child being able to regain some sense of normalcy in their life. And that's what NOVA does. NOVA brings together an incredible team of people who are trained to heal the injury of trauma. It brings together therapists who can use integrated modalities like yoga and talk therapy and EMDR. It brings together a team of advocates that can do the forensic exams, the interviews with the victims, to help find the evidence that's necessary to pursue justice. It brings together physicians who are trauma-informed, who can handle any medical exams that need to be done. And it brings together a team of court advocates who will walk with the survivor every step of the process to pursuing justice. And do you remember the role that adults played in my life? Adults who were trained to see the warning signs of abuse saved me from further abuse. And NOVA has this too. They have incredible educational programs that can help children understand principles of consent and bodily autonomy. They have programs that can help adults understand how to recognize the warning signs of abuse, how to help a child who is suffering, where to report. From the very beginning of prevention, all the way through to healing and pursuing justice, NOVA brings together a team to empower survivors to speak up, to give them the tools to build resilience, to walk from victim to survivor, and to help the community understand better how we answer that question that I asked myself so often: who is going to believe me? To help build a community that answers the victim with, I will believe you. To build a community that helps build empowerment and resilience. Sexual abuse is dark, and there is a lot of darkness in our world. But one candle shining in the darkness brightens up more than we can even express. One word of truth spoken into the lies that victims so often hear. One word of empowerment. One word that helps build the tools of resilience and helps pursue justice shines a light in the darkness. Hope is a beautiful thing, and it is a privilege to be able to stand together to spread it. And my hope as you leave the event this evening is that you will better understand the incredible work that NOVA does in your community and the incredible importance of supporting that work. Because in order for the culture of abuse to change, it takes all of us together standing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rachel, for sharing your story with us. You're really an inspiration to all of us. Get kind of a little, it's amazing to hear from you and hear your experiences. Rachel's book, What a Girl's Worth, is available for purchase, so help support Rachel as well as your local bookstore. You may be wondering at this moment, how can you help prevent child sexual abuse? Well, that brings us to the second poll of the night. What is the name of the training that adults in Bucks County can take to learn about how they can protect children from sexual abuse? Is it Not on My Watch, Protect Children Bucks County Child Advocate, CSA Stopper? You can cast your answer by clicking on your selection. Did you know that 1 in 10 children will experience child sexual abuse before the age of 18? But we can stop this cycle by learning the signs and how to stop it. NOVA has a mission to train 25,000 adults in Bucks County, but we need your help to achieve this goal. All right, let's take a look at the poll results. If you chose CSA Stoppers, you were correct. NOVA is working to train adults in Bucks County to become CSA Stoppers or Child Abuse Stoppers through a free 2-hour evidence-based training that is proven to increase knowledge and change child protective behavior. When adults actively seek to make a difference, cultural change can occur. This program works to shift from a norm where child sexual abuse is kept in fear and denial and children are easy targets, to a society where every child is protected through a community of trained and aware adults. Training is available to anyone age of 18 or older who lives, works, or worships or volunteers in Bucks County. Webinars and in-training are available for individuals and groups. For more information or to sign up for training, visit www.novabucks.org/stop-CSA. Now we're going to hear from Charity O'Reilly, NOVA's counseling coordinator, who is going to speak to us about the clients that NOVA serves, followed by NOVA's Associate Director, Mandy Mundy, who will be presenting our special appeal for the evening. Thank you for joining us, Charity.
Good evening. Thank you for being with us here tonight. I'm Charity O'Reilly, one of NOVA's counseling coordinators. It is my privilege tonight to speak with you about the clients that NOVA serves and to introduce hearing in their voices about what NOVA's work and mission has meant to them. Many of us during these uncertain times have experienced emotions that we wished we never would have. Perhaps we've experienced fear, uncertainty, feeling unsafe in places that we were used to feeling safe. Maybe you've experienced anxiety or depression, perhaps some of us even experiencing trauma or grief during these times. All of these feelings and more are what our clients experience after being victims of crime. Crime is something that is completely unpredictable, and the trauma that it brings with us can overwhelm an individual. It can bring so many feelings of hopelessness, of feeling lost and alone, of feeling as though the world is not safe anymore. These feelings, which some of us have experienced a little tiny part of during this pandemic, are things that our clients have experienced in big, giant waves, perhaps for years or even decades. However, our clients are also remarkably strong, resilient people, and it's NOVA's goal to continue to empower them to be resilient, to be fully able to be the people that they are. NOVA's staff work tirelessly before the pandemic, during the pandemic, and we will well into the future to ensure that this mission of empowering survivors to be resilient can continue to be met. Whether our staff are speaking with someone on the hotline, providing a forensic nursing exam, educating school-aged children here in Bucks County, providing legal advocacy in the courthouse, or providing therapy over telehealth. These services have continued on and have not stopped during this time. I'm so proud of each and every one of NOVA's staff for how they've worked with compassion and empathy and resilience themselves during this time to continue to support survivors. But most importantly, I'd like to share with you the voices of the survivors themselves. They'll be sharing both voices and artwork tonight. Much of the artwork was created either in therapy or as part of NOVA's trauma processing yoga program. And I so look forward to hearing what each of you think about the art and the words that are shared. So thank you for listening. And I ask that you open your hearts to hear about what the clients of NOVA are saying about what NOVA has meant to them during this time. Thank you.
NOVA saved my life. The people there helped me face things that I'd been running from for 30 years. I didn't even know healing was possible, but the people at NOVA have helped me in so many ways. They gave me my life back. They helped to restore what someone else once took from me. In yoga group, I learned how to feel safe inside my body, so it's like they've helped me come back to myself. They believed in me until I learned to believe in myself.
NOVA has helped me build resilience by teaching me many coping skills to do in just about any situation. Some as simple as breathing. Also, that I'm always in control. I always have a choice when it comes to making decisions for myself.
I am very, very grateful and happy that this organization is here today.
It's been almost 35 years since my assault. Since then, I've journeyed many different paths, but never a true or lasting healing one until participating in a NOVA yoga group. It was a transformative experience that led me to where I could finally start my healing journey.
NOVA is like a ray of sunshine that comes into your life that helps you navigate the fears of trauma. NOVA helps you realize and see that hope is just not a word.
NOVA has supported me in many ways, especially when it came to my healing process. Without NOVA and my counselor, I don't know where I would be today.
I feel that NOVA saved my life. I feel that NOVA helped me to get my power back.
NOVA has helped to empower me to find healing through the combination of yoga group and my therapy sessions. I have learned that uncomfortable feelings do not have to mean unsafe feelings.
I heard an interview with Tori Amos on NPR, and she was describing RAIN, the National Sexual Assault Hotline. I called, and the volunteer from RAIN connected me to NOVA. That call saved my life. With people from NOVA, I know they understand. I don't feel the need to explain, describe, or justify my trauma. I feel seen, heard, and believed.
NOVA saved my life. We didn't hear that just once. We heard this raw declaration of empowerment and resiliency 3 times during those provoking testimonials we just watched. Nova saved my life. There are certain things we can never imagine, that we could never predict. Most of us never predicted a debilitating global pandemic in our lifetime. We certainly never predicted closing businesses and schools, doctors' offices canceling procedures and surgeries, not being able to hug or kiss our family and our friends for weeks or months, let alone being able to attend funerals or weddings. As Charity mentioned, since mid-March, I know I too have experienced waves of feelings ranging from a sense of loss of control to increased anxiety over the unknown and uncertain, to feeling a dearth of safety and security. I know you are undoubtedly shaking your head at home tonight in acknowledgement, agreement, and alliance with those feelings too. I know this reality, our reality, weighs heavy on our hearts. Like the unpredictability of COVID-19, so many of Nova's clients never imagined, never predicted their victimization or the resulting comprehensive trauma that blanketed them afterwards as a result. However, as unpredictable as the impact of this pandemic remains, we here at Nova knew with certainty and conviction that during this crisis, assault and abuse, including the rates and severity of child abuse, would without a doubt steadily upsurge and intensify. And we were painfully and accurately precise. Violence in the home was over double the rate when schools were closed. Calls to report child abuse and neglect dropped 50% since mid-March. What child or how many children were left without help? Additionally, we know that well-intentioned and essential quarantine actions lend to an environment where pre-existing history of trauma intensifies already overwhelming feelings. For the most vulnerable, children and adults, the impacts of coping with abuse during COVID-19 have the potential to be significantly debilitating. This was best described by a client who, when talking about the unpredictable, declared, "I've been ready for this pandemic, ready for the trauma and disruption and flood of overwhelming reactions, because that is the constant that too many victims of crime experience all the time." Crime and victimization do not stop because of a pandemic. Child abuse did not halt because of COVID-19. And we know the number of cases documented during COVID-19 will never capture the overall scale and gravity of the violence occurring. We are in a current state where critical mental health services have been disrupted or halted, while simultaneously the demand for those services is increasing. Yet, while some services were shutting down, suspending operations, and closing doors, Nova's life-saving services were deemed essential, and we never stopped, never suspended, never shut down. Nova remains steadfast and committed to providing to providing a continuum of victim services to survivors and prevention messages to the community. Our programs are a golden thread in the complicated web of uniting supports for clients who tell us, as you just heard, that they rely on NOVA to restore, heal, transform, empower, listen, believe, and build hope. Crime, abuse, and trauma does not stop because of a pandemic. Neither did NOVA. And now we need you. Do not stop. Our signature programs are not only surviving, but are thriving. NOVA's counseling moved to telehealth overnight and did not miss a single session. Forensic nurse exams for sexual assault victims continued in area hospitals, even as ERs were transforming into pandemic headquarters. The Children's Advocacy Center team re-envisioned approaches to child-center investigative interviews. Prevention swiftly moved virtual across all social media platforms. Advocacy services returned to court the moment chamber doors reopened. NOVA's Child Sexual Assault CSA Stopper campaign forged forward. Trauma-informed yoga continued from living room floors. KKIT, the statewide crisis response program, provided virtual crisis debriefings even when the internet was unstable. And the Bucks Coalition Against Trafficking, BCAT, accepted the challenge to raise the awareness of significant increased online exploitation risks as the world moved to Zoom. Our world has changed. Our services at NOVA have transformed, but our commitment to those we serve remains purposeful. And we know you share that commitment. Our services are essential, but they are not resourced accordingly. And now more than ever, we need you. We need your help to ensure NOVA is here for years yet to come. Tonight, we ask you to help guarantee the predictability and future of victim services, of NOVA. A generous donation from each of you, you who share our vision for a world free from violence, will help ensure that NOVA's programs are sustainable, constant, and can continue to save lives.
Thank you so much, Mandy, and thank you, Charity, for your amazing words. So I want to start out by talking about this evening and how all of you out there can dig deep and support NOVA. I want to raise my glass and thank everyone because I just got informed that we're up to $5,000 in donations. So cheers to everyone out there, and let's keep it going. Let's keep the funds moving forward. So guess what? I'm going to tell you how you can donate. So it's very, very easy, and I'm going to go through this with you. Grab your phone, tablet, computer, and go to the auction website at www.novagivesmart.com and then click the donate button. This is the easiest way to donate if you're registered for the silent auction. If you're not registered for the silent auction, you can give by going right to www.novabucks.org and clicking the donate button at the top of the page. Please make sure that you put Auction 2020 in the comments. Also, you can call NOVA's office and pay right over the phone. We'll be here till 9 p.m. this evening, and we're standing by and waiting for your donations. We can be reached at 215-343-6543, extension 6611. That number again is 215-343-6543, extension 6611. Or we can go the old-fashioned way and mail a check directly to NOVA. Put in the comment or the memo section, Auction 2020. So our goal for this evening is to raise $20,000, And with you out there, we know you can do it. We need your help. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what these donations will do for NOVA. A donation of $5,000 will provide an opportunity for 3 victims of child abuse to get specialized counseling services they need to heal from trauma and move forward in their lives. $2,500 will provide a training program on healthy relationships for young adults with autism. $1,000 will provide funds for staff and trained volunteers to outreach hotel managers and staff on recognizing and responding to human trafficking. $500 will provide funds to our CAC to conduct a forensic interview. $250, well, that'll provide education supplies for prevention education staff to purchase No Go Tell books for preschool age children. A gift of any amount will help to ensure that NOVA will be here for years to come. So thank you for your generosity and your support. I want to give those websites to you just one more time. This way you know where to donate. Okay? www.novagivesmart.com and click the donate button, or www.novabucks.org and click the orange button to donate at the top of the page. Again, both are down in the up in the drop down bar. Let's bring back Penny Ettinger, NOVA's Executive Director, to say a few more words. Penny?
Thank you, Drew, and thank you to all of you who are bidding on items tonight and who are donating to the special appeal. You've heard from Charity O'Reilly, our counseling coordinator, from Mandy Mundy, our associate director, from Rachael Denhollander, and most importantly, our clients. I ask you to give. I ask you to support NOVA. There are many ways to get involved, but I just want to thank you for joining us this evening and wish you the best to stay safe and healthy. I am going to turn back the camera to Drew, who's going to tell you a little bit more. There's one more poll. There's that exciting video as well. Here you go, Drew. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Penny. I really appreciate it. Before we go tonight, we have one last poll question for you. How can I continue to support NOVA after tonight? Is it stay in touch with us on social media? Sign up for NOVA emails? Volunteer? Share our hotline number with someone in need? Or all of the above? There's so many ways that you can support NOVA after tonight's auction. If you selected all of the above, you are correct. These are the different ways you can continue to engage with NOVA. For more information, check out page 3 of your program book or visit www.novabucks.org. To see this evening's program book in electronic format, refer to the link in the chat drop-down bar. Thank you for bidding on items. You will receive a link in the checkout when the auction closes at 9 p.m. for any items that you might have won. But keep bidding, keep bidding, keep bidding all night. When you check out, make sure you consider adding a donation to the card as well. That goes a very long way and will help us move forward for the long-term future. Thank you to all of our entertainers tonight, as well as Penny, Rachael, Charity, and Mandy. Amazing job tonight. But most of all, thanks to you for joining us from home and donating. We appreciate everything you're doing. To close out the night, we hope you enjoy a 1920 skit, Tripping Down Memory Lane, featuring Carolyn Dixon and Jen Janes from Without a Cue Productions.
I've seen all of it. I think we've seen every single TV show and movie on Netflix.
How is that even possible?
Okay, I didn't think it was possible, but there's nothing new here. We've seen everything. That's it. Nope, I'm getting HBO.
What? We can't afford that.
Oh my gosh, it's not like Mom and Dad are giving us the sign-in. They're so selfish.
o'clock in the morning, Leota. Okay?
Okay, Lola. It's also Friday, so you know what? I don't care.
No, let's go to bed, okay? And then in the morning, we can talk to Mom and Dad and see if they will give us their login. All right?
Let me just look a little bit more.
Wait, no, wait. Go back. To the left.
Yeah.
Up. Look at that. Classy Classics? I've never heard of that category.
Me either.
What's in it?
What's that? Tripping down memory lane? The Leota and Lola story?
What? That can't be real. When did that come out? It must be an international film.
It says 1929.
What? How did we not know about that? I would think we would have.
I mean, it's our names.
That's weird.
Oh, is that where Mom and Dad got these awful names?
Oh, maybe it is. But no.
All right,
No, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to watch it. Let's just go to bed.
No. We'll just start it, Lola. I mean, you have to see how it starts, and then if we like it, we can just know that we'll have something we can watch later.
Okay, fine. Just cue it up.
Okay, great. Cue it up. Lola?
Alexa, snooze.
No. Lola, your Alexa is not here.
Oh, did she get unplugged again?
No, she's not here, because we're not here.
What are you?
Wake up.
What are you? What am I? Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, why do I sound like this?
I don't know. You sound ridiculous.
You sound ridiculous.
Hey! Wait, hold on. Everything is like in sepia tone. Are you seeing this?
No, because everything's just blurry for me. I can't even see.
Oh, well, let me find you cheetahs.
Did you just say cheetah?
I did.
Like the animal?
No. You're cheetahs. Like the things you wear to help you see better.
Who calls cheetahs? Cheetahs.
See, you can't say it either. Wait, are these?
Oh! These don't look like my glasses.
But are they your prescription?
I mean, I can see. Everything is in sepia.
Oh my god. Do you think? Are we dreaming? Ow!
Sorry, just checking.
Okay, I guess we're not dreaming. But wait, I just realized something.
What?
Cheetahs is slang for the things you wear on your face
To make you see better.
in the 1920s. And
Wait, I need a drink. Oh, where's my White Claw? What is this? Oh!
Leota, Lola, you go on in 10.
What?
did he just say we go on in 10?
What does that mean?
I don't
And
know.
why aren't you in your dresses yet? Get those on.
Are we supposed to?
They got our names on them.
Then I guess we should put them on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lola, you're up. No, not you. The one in the blue dress.
Karaoke and okay, it was not that bad, and I was amazing. Okay, you have to go. It's your turn. I have to go? Yeah. Why? Because do you hear my voice right now? Wait, it's changing. Yeah. Wait. What are the things on your face called that help you see better? Glasses. Oh my God. Let me try. Okay. The thing on your face, they are called cheetahs. That proves it. You have to go. You have to play along, Leota. But what about that one time in the 5th grade when I did the spelling bee in front of all the people? Stop! Give me this.
Leota,
and here we
it's
go.
your turn.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ah, yes. How'd it go? It went great! It was so much fun! I sang in front of hundreds of people. Hundreds of people? Yeah. Okay, I was out there. It's like 100 people. Well, Leota. It felt like hundreds of people, and do you know what I did not do? What did you not do? I did not puke. Like that one time in 5th grade at the spelling bee where it was Oh God, yeah, that was everywhere. But I did it, I made it. Yes, you did. Okay, here, this is for you. I made drinks. I didn't know whether they were going to be victory drinks or condolences drinks because, like, I was very optimistic, but also you could have totally messed up the whole thing. It's true, but I didn't. You didn't. And hey, what? I know what those things on your face are called. Oh, okay. What are they called? They are called glasses. Yes! Oh my God, your voice. Yes, yes. I'm back. So I think this means we're officially going back to our home time. Yes. Cheers. Yes, cheers. That kind of felt like a moment. I know. I thought with like the cling, it meant we were gonna be like, and we're back. But yeah, that was like a really like resounding. It's a beautiful cling. These are nice. They're really. This is like legit back now. Yeah. Back now. Yeah. So. What do we do now? Maybe we need to be in like the same positions that we were in when we first woke up here. Like, we should go back to sleep. Should we try that? Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Woo! 1920s liquor is strong and illegal. What do they call it? Giggle water? They do. I guess because it makes you giggle. Oh, God. All right. Okay. Okay, we gotta go back. I'm sure. Sure, people are curious where we are. I mean, it's 2 a.m. back then, but I think we're fine, right? Yeah. So, lay down. Okay. I think I was here. Yeah. Okay, and then I was like. Okay, I don't remember. Like that? Okay. Yeah, you were asleep. Okay. Okay, did we? No. We're still. Okay. 20s was super weird.
Did you call me Lola? You're Lola.
I'm Lola. You're
Leota.
Right, because I'm a showgirl.
Yes.
You sound like Yoda. And back in the 20s, we just went, mm-hmm.
But we're back! We're back! Oh my god! Wait, did that really happen?
Well,
yeah. Oh god.